Welcome to day 308 on my journey to try and make peas from dropshipping. Now, today it is obviously day 308 and it is a Saturday, which means I had all day to lock in, basically. And we made this little task list last night. But first of all, let's update the subscriber count and the revenue count. So, we actually made some money today, guys. Let's go. So, I had $100 of revenue from one sale on the product test, which means we are now at around $1,500 total revenue, and products tested, we are actually at 14 because I just launched a new test, but we'll get into that in a second. And subscribers, we had 3 new subscribers today, so thank you guys for that. If you're new, run up the counter. I'm trying to get to 1K before I turn 20 on the 4th of October, so you guys need to lock in. All right, let's update that. Okay, let's go on to the test. So I launched a product yesterday, went out at midnight tonight, and I've got the stats here. We had a ROAS of 0.77, so I basically got one sale today for $100. I spent $135. The cost per click was $5.20. CPA was $53. Click-through rate was 1.6%. CPM was $86. Add to cart rate was 5.4%, and conversion rate was 2.7%. So I actually decided to cut the product. Now, this is not really my decision. So basically what happened was I found the product on Instagram Burner. I sent it to Subi, but I had the group call today. So basically I just decided to get the test done anyway, and just send it and see what he says post-test. But he said because the break-even ROAS is 1.5, was actually like 1.55, it's not a good thing to test just because the product isn't amazing. So if it was like a 6 seasonal product, then it's okay if it has a high break-even ROAS. But because this product's so expensive and the perceived value just isn't there, I can't really get the break-even ROAS where it needs to be. So I've cut the product. I got a sale, which is cool. I'll just take that. Basically means I didn't lose much money on the test at all, and I learned something as well about break-even ROAS. And I'm still glad I took action and got the test out. So yeah, that was a failed test, but it's all good because this morning on Calidata, I found a gem, I think. I got the whole website done today, made all the ads. They're scheduled for midnight tonight, so we're already on to the next product. And I sent Subi the website, and he said, "Good test, mate." Now, this guy's pretty nonchalant usually, so the fact that he actually said good means I've actually may have been onto a winner here. But regardless, I'm going to make it this Q4, so it's fine if it doesn't cook. But I have high hopes, to be fair. We'll see. We'll see if I wake up tomorrow with a gazillion dollars. Who knows? But tasks today, Calidata was done. Chest day was done. Q4 prep was not done. Run product was done, and Supercool was done. Again, these are the lowest leverage tasks, so they're not urgent really. And I don't really know what I have to do for Q4 prep. I'll probably just check Fast Moss. That's about it. So plans for tomorrow, Calidata, as always. Tomorrow it is back day at the gymnasium, and that is about it. So not a whole lot going on really. I'd like to find the products really. I could put that on there, but actually I think tomorrow I might do some education. Get smarter. Let's do marketing, education. Unless I find something on Callo that's worth running, and then I'll just make a brand instead. But yeah, that's the plan for tomorrow. Wisdom. Let me spill some wisdom to you guys. First of all, I just realized how much peas you can actually make in this game. There were some crazy people on the call today, like doing big ass numbers. There was one guy doing 50k days, and I've heard these numbers like thrown around, and I've not really deeped it, but 50k days. 50k days is crazy. Like, if you actually deep it, if you have 10% profit margins, that's 5k profit a day. That's insane. That's literally insane. So, yeah, that's like well over 100 grand a year, 100 grand a month. So yeah, guys, I need to flip and lock in because I'm trying to get that insane income. But yeah, there's levels to the game, bro. Holy shit. This is actually quite a sick business model. I don't know why I've never deeped this before, but just thinking about how that 50k is not out of the realms of possibility because this guy's literally doing it. And that's like so much profit. I didn't even deep it that much. So yeah, these flipping goals are so possible. Like 100k a month, that's my bottom goal on here. This is doable, bro. Crazy. Anyways, more wisdom. Let's talk about delusion. So, guys, if you haven't noticed, it's actually day 308 today. 308 days of me trying this shit. And failing. Over and over and over and over and over and over for 308 days straight, bro. Like, it's crazy. You have to be delusional for this to work for you, bro. If you're thinking about starting, can you convince yourself to do this for over 300 days and keep failing every single day, losing your money, losing your savings, losing your time? And can you like not lose your mind? Because everyone around you is gonna start doubting. Okay, some people will believe you, especially at the start when you say you're gonna like pull it off, right? Some people will believe you. I don't know what your personal circumstance is, but for me, a lot of my friends and family were very supportive of me doing this. I know most people would doubt it, but I have some pretty good people in my life and they all sort of supported me at the start for sure. But it's quite funny because now it's gotten to the point where a lot of them are starting to have doubts, and they obviously would have had doubts before because thought always precedes speech, right? So, you know, those people that know me, they were doubting me a long time ago because now they've started saying to me like, you know, is this really what you want to do with your life? When are you gonna give up? Like, are you gonna pivot at any point? And it's not just one person that said this, it's quite a few people now. When are you gonna make it? When are you gonna make money? Like, a lot of people say this shit to me, actually. And, you know, you've just gotta, I know it's cringe, right? And I've got it in my bio, but it really is a mental game. It really is all your mind, because if you have this traitorship in your own brain, you're gonna crumble so fast, because people in your life that really have an impact on, you know, your identity, your happiness, they're gonna start prodding and questioning. So if you haven't got this sorted, you're gonna crumble and you're gonna give up. And bro, I'm in so deep now. If I gave up now, I would not forgive myself for the rest of my life. I am so committed now that if I were to stop doing this and just 9 to 5 for the rest of my life, I would think about this like every single day for the rest of my life. I'm cooked now, bro. I'm too far deep, because if I give up now, it's like I will never look at myself the same way ever again. So yeah, you've really got to control your own mind, because this is it's not an easy game. It's simple, but it's not easy. And yeah, the mental challenge is the hardest thing above all. But remember, like, if you're getting people questioning you, most of the time you're going to know more than them. As long as you're not getting questioned by people further ahead that know like what you're going through, try not to give it too much attention and try not let it get to you, because those thoughts it's the only way you fail. Is you get doubts, the doubts win, you get lazy and you lose the subconscious drive, and then you're cooked. So yeah, one thing I want you guys to do is really become become masters of your mind and really just keep pushing, because it's possible, guys. It's not a lie. It does work. Okay, just keep telling yourself this because it's true. And yeah, I think the definition of delusion, or whatever it is doing the same thing over and over again and not seeing results. I'm pretty sure that is literally the definition of like going crazy. You know what? I'm gonna flip and find this out. Maybe this is delusional. I'm pretty sure that is what it is. Let me ask chat. Definition of delusion. Oh, okay. Never mind. Delusion is when you hold false beliefs. So I guess that's a bit more quantitative. But yeah, basically, people are going to think you're crazy. You're going to think yourself's crazy, but you just got to push through this, because, you know, I don't think everyone does this for different reasons. My reason was the two biggest reasons, motives for this, and the reasons that I think about every single day. Actually, there's three, but mostly the two. There's one like practical one, and there's two psychological ones. So the practical one, we'll start with that because it's more boring, is I understand that we live in a world where the game is pretty rigged, and if you don't accumulate capital when you're young, it gets very difficult very quickly to get in a safe position. So I really want to get an investment portfolio as soon as possible, because I understand that if you get rich young and you just invest your money, you're good. Like, you're just going to get richer. But if you don't do that, you're going to run out of, every day you lose compound interest. So that's the practical reason. I just want to make sure I've got myself a hella nice investment portfolio young, because it's just going to change my entire life when I'm later down the line. So that's the practical reason. And the reason why I can't do that with my day job is because it just doesn't pay enough. Like, it's simple as that. I've got like probably top 1% jobs in the UK, and it's just for my age, and it's just not enough. Like, my rent and my cost of living is such a big proportion of my salary that even if I invest that money, the max I can invest is like 5k a year, and that is me living in absolute squalor. So this is not an option, which is why we do business. But that's the practical reason. And the psychological reasons, one, I don't know if this is some sort of rare mental condition or some bullshit, but I've just got like hella main character syndrome, and it's like, I know what I'm capable of. I've got this potential that I know I have, and I've just got to release it in some domain. Like, it's as simple as that. I know what I can do, and I want to release that into the world, you know? That's one of them. And then the other one is, the other one is fear of regret. That's a big one. Just I would literally eat myself alive if I was 20, 30 years down the line and I realised I was doing something that was done to me rather than I chose. It's just, that would be worse than death. I'm going to be honest. I'd rather make myself go broke, lose my job, have to, live with my parents, get kicked out, and like be on flipping benefits, bro. I'd rather that happen than the other way around, because then I've died trying, I've given it my best shot, and I'm comfortable with myself in that situation. Whereas the other option, where I've been a pussy and just not tried when I know I could have, and I knew that I had that potential in me, and I didn't do it, that would eat me alive. And it doesn't matter what my external environment would be like, because inside I would just be in absolute disarray if that happened. So yeah, those are my sort of motivations for this. And yeah, there's people below me, or not below me, that sounds bad. People that haven't gone through this journey are gonna have different beliefs around what I'm doing, and they're not quite gonna understand how this looks from my perspective. And just know that I have a network of people that are ahead of me in this journey and are successful, and I'm on the right track. I've just got to keep plugging away, and it's going to be seen. So yeah, that's what I've got to say to you guys who are maybe not as deep in the trenches as I am. But yeah, that's the end of the flipping yap sesh. See you tomorrow, where we're going to hop on some Cala data first thing in the morning, I think, and see how this product test goes. Hopefully we wake up with peas tomorrow. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.